Razzle Dazzle. Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is part two.
This is part two of episode one. As we sort of denoted last time at the end, we got way too excited about talking to each other because we don't see each other every day. So
I think we just like the sound of each other's voices.
I like the sound of my own voice too.
I like the sound of my voice.
Yeah. So anyhow, this is part two. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Highway to the danger zone. Gonna take you right into the danger zone. Oh yeah, I should tell you we started recording again.
Oh, did we?
Oh shit. Yeah, I'm not gonna sing Danger Zone and not record.
Not recorded. Hey, welcome back. We had a. Anyway,
Yep.
yeah, I had the tornado squirts.
Oh,
Man.
I don't know what I had some sort of fluffy situation.
Oof. I tell you, baby bird that to somebody.
Just boof it right into their mouth.
I can't wait.
And speaking of which, while we were recording, not that that whole topic needs to be revisited at all, but the Senate Judiciary Committee voted 11-10 to proceed with Jeff Kavanaugh.
Great.
Yeah, super excited for that. We all saw how well Clarence Thomas worked out. Yeah. Cool.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I just thought I should mention that because it's it just happened.
Breaking news. You're gonna get breaking news. Well, it's breaking now. When this posts 8 hours from now, it's not gonna be so breaking.
Give my incompetence a little more credit. I have no I can't even think of the word. Confidence that I'm going to be able to get this in a presentable state in 8 hours. Or the next 8 hours.
Yeah, just do it raw. You don't need to edit any of this out.
I don't need to edit any of it out, but I need to
just equalize the audio. Throw some where's that soundboard?
You saying I should add a little something to it?
Well, if anybody knows from what we talked
just a little bit
karaoke yesterday.
Oh boy.
Everything sounds better with reverb.
Everything sounds better.
Oh my god, it's like you're like an angel. Oh my god.
Like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I wanna fly like a reverberating eagle.
So, as most of you know, or people who
there's no any of you.
Well, I'm saying, we're gonna post this on like Facebook and stuff, and I'm sure our friends are gonna
something like that.
Listen, maybe they'll probably make it 5 minutes in and be like, "These guys are fucking idiots."
Well, they already know us,
right? But in case anybody's still listening, that clicked on the old hyperlink, knows I hosted my last karaoke gig yesterday, and the new host has a.
They have a new host? This is news.
Yeah, they kind of do. Like there's somebody that has been working off and on, who is now definitely doing Fridays. I don't know if he's going to do Thursdays, but he has a affinity for reverb.
Who doesn't?
And he the whole mixer was just jazzed up. It took me 10 minutes to figure out what he was doing. He had it on echo and reverb was all the way. I'm like, what is going on here? So I don't know, but also after the incident that occurred, which I will not go into,
which will not be named.
I probably won't be frequenting that establishment that I've been going to for many years.
Turns out,
Turns out nowadays patronage does not mean anything to anybody anymore. Like it used to.
The sad part is though, is it probably does to the owner.
Sure,
but not their constituents.
And I will say I love the owner of that bar. He is he's sweet, gentle. You know,
Are we coming full circle
Yeah,
as
yeah.
to how you became the DJ?
well,
begin
you
with?
know, he knows a good boof.
He's
when
tender.
Yeah,
Subtle.
very tender. And
Light
well,
touch.
you know, I would never work for somebody that I didn't respect, right? Like, a lot of problems I've had in a lot of jobs in my life is that I was never the type of person that was like, you know, I'll just go with the flow and settle. It's settle. I'm like, if I don't respect you or you know, you as a person or as a leader, I'm your worst nightmare.
Yeah, my problem with that is, and you've been there for a lot of it, is if I don't respect you, and it's interesting because my respect, I can respect the person and not respect something that they say at the same time.
Yeah, you're not a robot.
Well, yeah. So somebody, if I don't respect you, like, it's not a problem for me. It's just my mouth is going to get me into trouble.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to just absolutely highlight your stupidity and
every moment,
and in any disagreements that we have in front of anyone. And it's a problem, and it has been a problem in the past. But I am who I am.
Yeah, but then you get to a place where it's like, okay,
yeah,
you know. And I will say that you know, this is a place I've been going for. I mean, I think the first time I went, I was 18.
Yeah,
and
I think everybody went there when they were.
Yeah, but
underage.
I didn't go there when I was to drink underage. They used to have a full kitchen.
It's the
and,
ambiance.
Yeah, it was actually a little bit different back then. But I have a picture of me there for a high school graduation when I probably was 17 actually.
Yikes.
So that's how long I've been going there. I would say I've been going there pretty regularly the past 6 or 7 years. At least once, sometimes twice. Sometimes I've been there like 5 days in a row.
Yes.
So
there have been many times when I've driven by and seen the little blue thunder.
Blue Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's a place I like to go. It's a homey spot. It's a very you know, the hole in the wall, the dive type bar, and oh my God, that looks. You know, I will say something, a little off topic. I am super into, every day I get more and more into Joaquin Phoenix as the new Joker. I am absolutely in love with that makeup. I don't think it's going to be the makeup that, and if you haven't seen it, people or a person listening, I mean, you'd have to be under a rock, but just Google Joaquin Phoenix, or go look at the trailer.
Yeah,
it's different. You know, I think Heath Ledger made such a imprint on the character that everybody after it has tried to mimic it in some way.
Wait, have there been Jokers since then?
Well, people who like I'm talking more so like impersonations and stuff. They tend to.
What's the guy from The Room?
Yeah, Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau.
That was funny. His little interpretation, because Tommy Wiseau is the living Joker.
That's correct.
But you know that I think Jared Leto tried to go in a different direction.
Oh, that's right.
But he didn't really impersonate Heath Ledger. He went into a different direction, and it was terrible.
I didn't see it.
It was pretty bad.
We had a conversation the other day about the last DC movie that I saw in theaters, and it might have been pre-Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Like the first one, like the Dark Knight, the one before that, the Batman Begins.
Begins. Yeah.
Batman Erects, one of them.
Yeah, well, you know, a lot of things in the works for DC. I'm very excited for Wonder Woman. Not super excited for Aquaman. That isn't a slight on the character. A lot of people are like, "Oh, Aquaman's a pussy. Talk to fish."
I don't give a shit about
I don't care.
That's my thing.
He doesn't have an interesting story to me.
I don't care. I think the only reason people are gonna go see it is because he was in Game of Thrones.
Well, he was
the
in
main
he
Jason
was in
Momoa.
Momoa.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in more than that, but
Like what?
I don't know.
Okay.
But he's been in more.
All right.
He's been in more. I mean, I know he's popular from Game of Thrones.
Jason Momoa, and because he said he not only took, but he said he really liked the job because he got to rape beautiful women.
Right.
Which then he apologized for, but
You can't say stuff like that.
can't.
You can't say stuff.
Not okay.
Not okay.
Not
okay.
Okay.
Conan. He was in Conan.
He was in. Okay. He.
Once Upon a Time in Venice. Remember that? It's a classic.
Yeah, clearly he was Spider, the pivotal role of Spider from Once Upon a Time in
Wolves.
Venice.
He was in Wolves.
Wait, let's see what he was in before 2011.
Game of Thrones. Okay.
Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah, Conan.
Yeah, but what?
He played Conan, for Christ's sake.
I know, but like what off-brand?
No, that was a major theatrical
in
release
2011.
Yeah, and it was very bad.
Yeah, it's 5.2 out of 10.
Because I mean, you can't do.
All right. Okay, so he's been in some things.
Yeah, he's been in some things. Oh, Baywatch. I remember he was in one
in
of
2003. That makes you remember that, huh?
Yeah.
The Baywatch Hawaiian wedding movie.
Yeah. Well, no, he was in the
also
TV series before that. Like the return of the
All right.
series.
He's also directed some things. Brown Bag Diaries, Ride in the Blinds, and B Minor.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Who doesn't have that on Betamax?
Look at that, 8.3.
Really? Oh my god, it does get an 8.3. A disorganized travelogue of a vagabond in search of home. Sorry, I broke into Solid Snake there for a second.
Snake. So
Otacon. Meryl.
Are we gonna do the soundboard?
Meryl. Who needs a soundboard?
I know you are the soundboard.
I found a fart piano though. I don't know. That's probably wasn't the best time to.
Only you would find a.
I'm pretty sure this isn't coming through in the audio. It's just something only we can hear, but. All right, I don't know how to mix this in. So for now,
man,
this one's just for us.
Oh man,
what about I'm gonna go with wet fart. What's that one gonna sound like? It's you know what it sounds like? You know what it sounds like? It sounds like somebody took a fully loaded tornado and blew all of the
yeah,
just blew it.
Blow dart. Let's go up an octave. It doesn't sound anything like a
wet fart in A minor.
I realize that to everybody, it's just we're just laughing like idiots.
Laughing.
All right, let's.
It's a burp and fart piano. It's both.
Oh my god!
Quick fart.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's good.
Perfect.
All right, I'm done with that.
Anyway, yeah, I'm excited for Wonder Woman, and I'm actually more so excited for the Flash, but I don't know if they're gonna do a Flash.
We all know that you love the Flash, even though I don't understand.
He is the greatest. What do you mean? He's the
little
greatest. He is the most powerful.
Everyone sees. Yes, okay, he's the most powerful once he's powered up. But he stands there like an idiot for like 3 seconds and starts like powering up, and someone could just shoot him in the fucking eyeball.
You don't get it.
Evidently. You're right. I don't get it.
You don't get it. I've tried to explain it to you.
I know, but I just don't.
He has the Speed Force.
Okay, cool. But it takes him 3 seconds to
activate it. Gives him.
It.
No, it doesn't. It gives him hyper awareness.
But it's still. You're saying so he's hyper aware, so he waits for the perfect 3-second window to activate his powers?
No, it's not an activation. He is always
but then why
in
does
the
it
Speed
take,
Force.
Then why does it take in the Flash TV show? Why does it take him stopping what he's doing, standing still, everyone looking around at each other befuddled, while he starts to glow a little bit, and then does whatever he's going to do? They could easily just kill him while he's doing that.
No, that whole shtick is dramatization. I mean,
okay.
I mean, that's a TV show. He doesn't.
Oh, right. Well, I'm sorry. We can't confuse the suspension of disbelief inferred in a TV show.
Correct.
From the absolutely real powers.
No. In the comic book, it is I mean, in still frame images, it's hard to convey the speed. That's why the TV show tries to emulate it, but I don't even think the TV show emulates it that well. The movie emulated it very well, Justice League. But he is always in the Speed Force, so he doesn't have to activate anything. He can go from 0 to 800 miles an hour, like in a nanosecond. I mean, he can run so fast. He can turn back time.
Yes, but Superman did that.
No.
He did. He flew around. It wasn't had anything to do with speed. He just flew around.
That was the movie.
Earth. Okay.
And I don't believe that's canon.
The movie's not canon.
No.
Okay.
The Christopher Reeves Superman 3 and above is not canon. What are you showing me right now?
I googled the Flash's weaknesses,
Banana.
and someone posted a gigantic Mario Kart banana.
Well, I mean,
well played.
Well played. I would say that he is. Yeah, I would say lack of friction, and he is susceptible to things like that. Like if there was an oil slick.
He could be poisoned or shot.
Yes, he could still be poisoned or shot, but his hyper metabolism heals him at a faster rate.
Wait, he has a hyper metabolism too?
Yes. That is canon. He can't get drunk, because he just metabolizes alcohol too quickly.
Couldn't he just drink fast?
No, because no matter how fast he could drink, his body will metabolize the alcohol. I mean, I guess theoretically, if you put 50 shots in front of him and he just drank them all in one.
Just injected alcohol into his blood.
Well, they in the TV show.
The TV show.
Dr. Snow.
He's on heroin, right?
No.
Can he do heroin?
I mean, he could. I don't know why he wouldn't.
Would he feel the effects?
No, he would metabolize it.
Is heroin something you metabolize?
Well, yeah, your body breaks it down into different chemicals, and I mean, goes into your blood. Reaches your body, reaches your brain.
Okay.
But so he doesn't get sick or things like that. But yeah, he could be shot.
But he's aging.
Correct. Yeah, he ages.
So he's gonna die.
Yeah, eventually.
Oh, good. So it's just a waiting game.
Yeah, but every superhero ages.
Not Wolverine.
No, Wolverine still ages.
Yeah, but he can't die.
Yes, he can.
He can't die.
You haven't seen Logan.
First of all, I know he dies in Logan, but second of all...
But you don't know why he gets to the point where he can die.
Yeah, great. He has to do something to get to that point.
No, he doesn't.
That's bullshit.
Well, actually, we will never know if the... See, I don't want to spoil it for you, because I want you to see Logan. I'll put it to you this way. If he didn't have adamantium sealed to his bones, he would still age. But he ages so much slower than everybody else.
Well, I thought, isn't it canon that, like, one of Wolverine's greatest fears is that everyone in the world's going to be dead, and it's just going to be him and Deadpool? I heard that somewhere.
Well,
I don't remember where. But I heard it somewhere.
I mean, will he outlive his the people that he's... I mean, think of it this way. I think he was born in the 18... Somethings.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's aged to now, so he's aging. He's just aging a lot slower.
Sure.
So, yeah, everybody that he loves... Which is probably one of the reasons why he doesn't really get close to anybody, because eventually they're gonna die.
Right.
But we've gone off topic. I don't know how we got onto Wolverine. I love me some Wolverine. Don't get me wrong. I am. God, I cannot stand this news dashboard. It is so.
You're talking about the Apple
unusable.
The Apple news dashboard.
It is so unusable.
That's why I just go on Twitter and curate all the fake news to things that I want to accept.
Well, BuzzFeed, there you go. That's the epitome of not fake news, right?
Right, exactly. I curate things that I want to accept. as fact versus things that are fact.
Right.
Yeah.
This is America.
Frog protection.
Disney shuts down kid-friendly Club Penguin.
To cut costs.
Oh my god. Club Penguin is done?
Hasn't that been going for a while?
I don't know. I'm a little upset about that. I didn't know about that.
You didn't save your character?
No, I didn't.
Fuck. Yeah, it shut down last year and came out as an app, but now the app's going away.
How could an app cost too much money?
It's like, okay, in the age where applications were local only and ran using local, data and images stored locally, sure, but otherwise you have an operational cost to maintaining servers and shit.
Yeah, but aren't apps like this just like moms and dads just hand over fist paying for in-app purchases?
Oh, I thought you were going a different way with that.
No.
I just moms and dads, and then you said fisting, and
yeah,
it's
not that kind of show.
Could be. I mean, it's Disney. Never mind.
Fucking Disney. Disney owns
everything.
All of us. What is with the recent jump in Tommy Wiseau stuff?
Because he keeps first of all, he had a movie that came out. Well, okay, let's back up a little bit. The Disaster Artist came out last year.
Yes,
and so that repopularized him.
Yeah, I remember.
A ton. I mean, it won an Oscar, Emmy.
I think it was nominated. It was nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah, but he won something. Not Tommy Wiseau, but James Franco. He won something. Anyway, that sort of put him back in the zeitgeist, and then he made a new movie called Best Friends.
I heard,
and that came out 6 months ago, and then there's Best Friends Part 2, which is out now. But in the meantime, he was also doing this Joker shit. He dressed up as Heath Ledger's Joker and did a fake audition tape as the Joker, and then he did just recently, last week or earlier this week, he did a full scene, the interrogation scene with the Batman and the Joker from The Dark Knight. He did the whole scene. It's ridiculous. It's I don't. Have you not seen this?
I have not seen it.
It's fucking ridiculous. It's unbelievable.
I'll watch it.
Oh wait, we have the technology.
I mean, I saw a clip of him doing an audition a while back.
Well, yeah, that was a while ago. Here.
Wow. Oh, it's by Nerdist. Of course, it's by Nerdist.
Down a little bit. This, I just want to warn you. This is fucking terrible. Some people, I don't understand. Some people loved it, and I just can't.
Oh God!
The second he starts talking, and Greg Sestero is a terrible actor.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Yeah,
This is terrible.
I told you. Look at.
Oh God! I can't watch this.
Yeah, it's not great.
Oh my God, I can't.
It's okay. So Tommy Wiseau, the way he looks a lot like Heath Ledger's Joker.
Right. Yeah. Again, somebody trying to impersonate Heath Ledger.
But that's where the parallels end.
I can't, for the life of me, understand how somebody who's been taking acting classes for 100 years.
I don't think it's just that. I think
he's so terrible.
He needs to take. I think it's. There's a couple things. One, he needs to take diction classes.
Yeah, vocal.
Right. And two, I think, one of the big problems I think with The Room was that he thought he was the best already, so he didn't need to learn anything or have anything to learn from anyone. So there's that.
Does anybody know where he's from?
No, he's never said. He's never said publicly. Actually, in one of the interviews about The Disaster Artist, he said that he's originally from Europe, but that's the first time. This was within the last year. That's the first time he's ever admitted he's from Europe.
Even that's really vague.
Yeah, but before that, he kept telling everyone he was from Louisiana. Like,
I mean, I don't doubt that he lived.
No,
he might
sure.
have lived there and picked up a little bit of
I'm
an
like
accent.
you. I'm from Louisiana.
I'm from Louisiana.
I'm American.
I'm American.
I'm from America.
Let us throw football.
You've Borated.
Yeah, whatever.
It all
always falls back to Borat.
It's like things that are radioactive turning back into lead. You can only Wizos for so long before you Borat.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not very, very big on impressions, but everything for me leans back onto Borat.
Yeah, it's a staple.
So the latest celebrity that is being chastised, apparently Dustin Hoffman.
I thought we were done.
No, I just wanted a little. I saw this. Dustin Hoffman is being, I don't know if it was what sexual harassment, something in the 80s, I'm sure.
Sure.
He groped an intern while making it a TV movie of Death of a Salesman.
Yep, that makes sense. That movie gave me a lot of vibes that I felt like somebody's getting groped on this movie. I can tell.
Oh my god, this is ridiculous. I mean, I can't even read it. I mean,
well, you brought it up.
Bill, I clicked on it because I saw Bill Murray, and I was like, oh, what is Bill Murray up to nowadays?
What does Bill Murray have to do with Dustin Hoffman groping someone?
Bill Murray
was Bill Murray the intern? Is that how he got Ghostbusters?
Yeah, of course. Bill Murray defends Dustin Hoffman over harassment allegations.
Let me show you my Slimer.
Ooh. Oop, shit.
Oh my god. Stop punching the microphone stand. We hear the little... the spring vibration. I think we have the same mic stand also.
Probably. I mean, they're all kind of the same. Yeah. Fuck everybody in the Kardashian family. God, I can't stand the Kardashians.
Yeah. I will say though that the time that the time I accidentally stumbled into a party being DJ'd by not Bruce Jenner. Jesus. Brody Jenner.
Oh, God. I think you told me about that.
Yeah, it was interesting. His name was everywhere.
Yeah, well, you gotta... you have to...
I mean, you can't blow somebody on camera for money.
You gotta use your brand, man. Like, use that name.
That's
I gotta
fair.
adjust this microphone. It's kind of falling. There we go.
It's wonky.
Oh, my God. So, yeah. On to more entertainment news.
Pokemon Red and Blue was released 20 years ago today.
I was never a Pokemon.
Oh my God.
Pokemon.
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 Those Pokemon. I don't understand how you play them Pokemon cards.
Yeah, I was only...
I tell you.
I don't know if I was a little too old for the Pokemon generation, or maybe I just wasn't Weebo enough.
Okay. There's that.
But I didn't get into the games. I didn't get into it. To me,
I was balls deep in Pokemania. Balls deep, like Pokeballs deep in Pokemania. I had the card. Actually, I just took a. When I was in the garage yesterday getting that chair that you're sitting on, I found my binder of promo like super rare Pokemon cards. And I have a binder of them, and I have they're like the numbered list from 1 to 30 something, and I put it in my safe because they're valuable.
They're probably worth something.
Yeah, they're
$100 a card or something. I don't know.
I doubt it. Probably worth more as a set, just like Bruce Jenner's testicles, but you can't buy one. Who's gonna buy one Bruce Jenner testicle?
Yeah, nobody wants that.
Not even him.
Yeah,
her, she.
It.
She. I'm gonna go with she.
I will say, since we're on that topic, I had a conversation
about Bruce Jenner's lonely testicles.
About pronouns.
Okay.
And gender.
I just want so we're gonna cover every controversial topic on day one.
No, I mean, but.
I'm sure somebody will be offended by something new tomorrow that we can talk about.
Sure.
Okay.
But you kind of brought up, it was a good segue. It's a good unintentional segue. I had a conversation with Mrs. Dazzle, and this is my opinion. If if your name was, I don't know, Richard, and you came up to me and you said, I would prefer it if you called me Dick. And I said, nah, I'm going to call you Richard.
Well, first of all, I do stuff like that all the time just for fun.
Right.
But go ahead.
But if you were to do that in a serious way,
right.
I would be an asshole.
Yeah.
Right. We can agree. You know, I have a shortened name. I have a nickname. I generally prefer it if people don't call me by that name.
I've never known that.
Yes.
I've literally never known that.
I prefer my full name.
I didn't know. So that's why your family.
They all call me my full name.
Except for the one.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow. Just because that's my name, and I feel that when you like shorten names or, you know, it kind of makes it sort of juvenile.
Sure.
You know? So if my name was Richard and you were like, oh, Ricky, it's like, don't call me that. Like, I'm not 12.
Yeah.
Right? But in any event, I think you're entitled to be called whatever.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Sure.
I think that also is true for gender. If I'm a doctor,
yeah, it's a different question.
That's a different story.
Right. Because I was thinking about that on all my there's so many every official means of identification, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just renewed my passport and it has your sex listed on it. And there's only 2 options. Your
Correct.
driver's license, there's only 2 options. You go to the hospital. Like I was looking at these hospital bracelets that I have at my desk, and it says sex M. There are only 2 options. And same thing with blood and, you know, all that stuff. Like from a medical standpoint, it's very important to give the medically accurate, medically correct answer.
Correct.
But yeah, for, you know, so I agree with you, and maybe you're going here, and I just took it away from you, but, I agree with you that, you know, people have a right to prefer whatever they want to be called, and that's totally fine. I also don't think you should take it as offense if somebody uses the pronoun that, you know, if you haven't told them, if you haven't already instructed them,
yes.
You know, if there's somebody who identifies as a female, and prefers to be called she, but is, you know, appears very male, appears masculine, and you say, you know, you refer to them as he. I don't think it's fair for anyone to jump down your throat just because you don't know that person.
Correct.
You know,
I agree.
I think once they tell you, then okay, cool.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Once it's been established.
Because we know somebody who has had like the full gender transition. You may know more than I do because I only know the one person. Yeah. But I know you know that person too, and you know, she changed her name from something very, very monosyllabic and masculine to something bisyllabic and feminine, and it's, you know, they're not similar. Like, didn't go from like, you know, I can't even think what it would be, from like, you know, a male name like Francis to Francesca, or something like that. It
didn't go from like a,
you know, it didn't go from the male version of a name to the female version of a name. It was something totally different.
Right.
So, you know, but you once you know that, yeah,
then it's on you.
It's on you to make, you know, to make the correct decision.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, that's kind of where I was going. I was just going to, you know, once it's established, you know, I prefer to go by she or her.
Right.
Or the vice versa. You know, I would be an asshole if I was like, nah.
Right.
No, I'm going to call you with your whatever's on your birth certificate.
Right.
You know, it's a dick move.
That arbitrary thing you didn't choose.
Right.
That's all that you are to me.
Right.
So,
I don't know if that's really, I see a lot, you know, in my old age, the older I get, as a lot of people know, the more conservative I become. But I still have a few liberal or somewhat liberal ideals. You know, like I'm open. I'm open for same-sex relationships. I'm open for, trans rights and things like that. I don't necessarily agree with some of the ideals. Like, I still, it's a tough one. Like the whole bathroom issue. I don't know if I think you should go into the bathroom where your genetic makeup assigns you.
So you're saying if somebody had a sex change from male to female, they should go into and they're fully female.
I think at that point,
appearing, like outwardly appear, they don't have a penis anymore.
Correct.
And even if they do, but they don't have like they have the body that the body of a female. They should go into the men's room.
Yeah. No. I'm saying that once you fully transition, I think at that point going to the bathroom that I think you should go to the bathroom that best represents.
Yeah, the one that makes sense.
What you right. Like just because you like to wear dresses on the weekend doesn't mean you should be able to use the women's bathroom.
Sure.
Right, and vice versa. Just because you wear a flannel.
Right.
And steel toe boots, you don't get to go into the men's bathroom. Right.
That said, I mean, I don't have kids, so maybe that perspective is different.
Yeah.
But I personally don't give a shit who goes in the bathroom. If you want to, I don't care what you've got between your legs or what you think about when you're cranking one out. It makes no. If you want to hear my fluffy liquid shit hitting the inside of the toilet bowl and me groaning and then laughing a little because fart sounds are funny.
Yeah. If
you want to experience that, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I think. See, I'm a realist when it comes to a lot of like when we start to bend and manipulate certain rules that have been in place. I think it opens the door too much for people to abuse those things. So I think when you start to have these ambiguous rules on who can use bathrooms, public bathrooms especially, you're going to have a lot of perverts just like in dresses.
Yeah,
going, hey, I should go and I identify as a female. I'm going in the women's bathroom and you can't stop me. Just to see a bunch of girls or women in the bathroom. Somebody,
if you create a loophole, somebody's gonna fuck it.
Right. So what's the best way? Right. Is to not have that loophole. And I get that it might.
How do you even enforce that shit? Who even polices it?
Again, it's an all or nothing.
It just seems like such a bit, not arbitrary, but it seems like such a subjective decision. Like, well, that person didn't look like enough of a woman, to me.
Sure.
Even though they've had a full sex change or whatever, you know what I mean? It's like it's too subjective, and I think it's, let's deal with perverts as they arise.
Well, it would be the perfect is instead of having 2 bathrooms,
just group bathrooms.
Have 3.
I like 1 bathroom.
No, not 1 bathroom.
I want 1 bathroom for everybody.
Right. That's what I meant. Not 1 for everybody.
No, I'm saying I know what you're saying. I'm saying 1 for everybody. Like I said, if you want to hear my...
But that's even worse.
Just the hard pickles firing
Then you're
going to
get
asshole.
Everybody in there.
Let's do it.
No. I think that would open the door even more.
Let's have a shit pickle party. I'm in. If you want to live through that, if you want to go home and have to tell your family and kids what's wrong and what happened to you at the store today after hearing me groaning and shooting lava habanero salsa on my already scorched rectum, if that's what you want to do with your day, fuck it, I don't care.
I think 3 bathrooms would be better.
Like the South Park scenario.
But then you get into a situation where it's like, then are we segregating?
Yes. Well, we're already segregating. We've accepted a certain amount of segregation.
Yes.
Between the 2 medical sexes.
I mean, we're not making them drink out of a different water fountain
yet.
But that's next.
I mean, this is Trump's America. It's
coming.
It's coming.
Watch out.
Build that water fountain.
Yeah, I guess maybe now that I'm looking at it, Maybe a third bathroom's a little.
I don't know who's the whole point. You got 50 bathrooms. Who fucking arbitrates this? Who's the? Do you have a bathroom guardian that checks under your skirt and like, oh, yep, you go over here? Like what? How do you do that?
I mean, if it comes to that,
Are you volunteering?
I'll volunteer.
You're fighting for justice.
Yeah,
fighting
the good fight.
Fighting for progressives.
Doing God's work.
So I googled gender pronouns here, and I have to be honest, I don't know what most of these mean.
Zim.
Z, zim, zer, zis,
Yeah.
z, self. C, C.
Yeah, but those are non-gender specific.
Her, hers,
Yeah.
herself.
These are gender neutral pronouns.
How are they gender neutral?
Because it doesn't denote a male or female.
Yeah, then what is the difference?
These are to be used for people who do not.
No, I know, but I'm saying what's the difference between the top one on the list, Z-I-E, versus the one below it, S-I-E?
I think I don't know. I think it just might be different versions of the same.
Okay.
I've seen the Z.
Yeah, I've seen that
and
too.
Zim.
I've seen that too, but I don't know like what any of this shit means.
I guess if you don't identify with any gender, I could be wrong, but I'm assuming it's for
Z, her, H-I-R, and Z-I-R. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Why are there two fucking forms of it if it's not supposed to be gender specific?
I think you can use either or.
But why are there two? If it's not supposed to be gender specific, I don't get it.
This is the English language. You're looking.
I know.
You're
but
looking.
If we're gonna make shit up, let's make it make sense.
No, that's not how we do things here. We have 4 different words for the same thing.
But I don't understand it.
I think it's interesting that I don't know how it's pronounced, but HIR is really similar to her. How else would you pronounce that?
Higher?
Higher? Here? That doesn't make any sense.
But my point is there's two. So the subjective is Z-E.
Right.
The objective, there are two. There's HIR/ZIR.
Right.
Why are there two? I just don't get it. Maybe there's a totally legit reason. But
I don't know. Maybe it's in the structure of the sentence. Like you can't use zer in as a. I don't know.
Okay, so Z, her, hers. The Z, her set comes from the trans community. That is another gender neutral pronoun set. It is up to each individual to decide which pronoun best fits them and their identities. ZE is typically pronounced like the letter Z. HIR is typically pronounced like the word here. ZIR is typically pronounced like here with a Z in front.
Zir. That's kind of weird.
Okay. But it still doesn't tell me what the fuck these mean.
Look at this. This is an article that's like pages. How do I ask?
Right. Like
we have to ask.
You know those little cheat sheets that you have in poker with all the different combinations
hands.
And the hands and what your likelihood is. You need one of those for pronouns. Okay, this is a person who's showing a jack, but they got they kind of look like a queen. I think a queen might be underneath there. Could be Jack Queen. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna go with Zir.
I don't know. I'm not trying.
I know. I'm not.
I don't make fun of people.
Not making fun of people.
You have to understand from a totally a
straight white American male.
It's it's fucking confusing.
I don't understand it.
So
and you know what? I don't necessarily think that they subscribe.
No,
I think this is a small minority of
does.
very vocal, LBGTQ people who are just imposing their will on everybody. I would go out and say most don't want you to be like, don't call me Zir. Don't call me that. Call me by my name.
Well, that's
really
the
simple.
Whole thing. It's
just call them by their name.
That's the whole thing. It's almost like I don't know. Is it better or worse to walk up to somebody that you think is definitely a transsexual and use a transsexual pronoun, and it's not? It's just some Chaz Bono looking dude.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might almost be worse. I don't know. I guess my whole point is I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Would you ever have sex with a transsexual?
Which direction?
Obviously, male to female.
Why is it obvious?
Because you're not gay.
Is that gay? Okay, we're verging on a lot of topics.
Okay, let me. Okay. Oh, no, we'll talk about that in a second. If a male who, I guess, I think more, there are a lot of men out there that are more feminine, right?
Than other men
than
or
other
than
men.
women?
Than other men. Well, actually,
Sure.
just feminine
There
in
are
general.
people out there that are more feminine than other people.
Right. Let's say, they grew up, I'm a woman trapped in a man's body, whatever your, brain tells you, and they transition. Would you enter? I'm obviously, Ms. Razzle is not
Right.
around. Okay, hypothetical.
Yeah, no, it's not. So I'm the things that I'm attracted to the female body, right? So
but this body's indistinguishable. It's a female
that's
body.
what. Hopefully, let me
Okay, all right.
fucking finish.
Right.
God. So I'm attracted to the female body, and that means that I don't really have any like hard, rules. So if somebody was, if I was somebody that I found attractive and I found them mentally or conversationally
Stable.
appealing.
Sure.
Well, okay, either one. But I was going for appealing. I mean, it's not something that would preclude me from loving someone in that situation.
What if she had a penis?
See, when I said I'm attracted to the female body, no, let me finish, guys.
Okay.
I'm attracted to all of the female body, and I am not attracted to the male body, and its subsidiaries. So a penis would be a no-go. It's gonna be a no for me, dog.
What if she was the most attractive?
Doesn't matter.
Hold on, let me finish.
Oh my god.
She was the most attractive male female you'd ever seen. You did not know.
Okay, so if I get into this, you're saying that I've been talking to this person and
right,
they crying gamed me.
Right.
That's what
exactly.
Okay, so I get crying gamed.
You get crying gamed.
What do I do?
And she tells you, I am going to have the full gender reassignment surgery in 3 months.
3 months?
Let's say 3 months. Would you stick it out and pooper it?
Wait, I have to catch too?
No. I'm saying.
Deliver to the
and take all the jiggly bits.
The jiggly
for a couple months.
The front bits.
Would you?
I just want to say that I feel like I'm being put on the spot.
You are
a lot here.
You are.
I just want to say that. Okay.
That's the point of the question.
Oh my god. Oh, so this is the part where you want me to answer? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought there was more exposition coming.
I have the biggest smile on my face.
He really does. Yeah, I thought I didn't know there was no more exposition.
Nope.
Would I be in a relationship with this person, or would I have sex with them, or both?
Both. Either or.
I might. Nah, I don't think I would have sex with them. I don't think so.
Homophobe.
I'm not a homophobe.
I get it.
I just don't. I'm not attracted to penises.
Okay. Well, I never said you had to jerk him off. I just.
So first of all, it's she.
She. Well, yeah, she.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think I would do it. I don't think I could tug that particular trigger.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. I don't think there was a wrong or right answer there. I was just interested.
The church would disagree.
Well,
Jesus is watching.
Oh, he will judge us all. Don't worry.
Okay, so now that I've already...
for sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't... Obviously, I'm not going to ask you that question if I'm not going to give my own answer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I would for sure. I don't care.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little bit more open with my sexuality.
Fluid?
Yeah. I'm more fluid.
Ductile?
Yeah.
Malleable?
Like, I share the same sentiment with you is that I don't inherently find the males attractive.
Put in the right light.
But I'm telling you, like,
put a good background behind it, shine the light just right.
Right.
Little exposure, little color saturation.
I'm not saying that there could never be a penis that I've seen. Like, I would never say that because there could.
So wait. Oh boy. No.
That opens up a lot of things.
It does open up a lot. So you're saying that you've just never seen the right penis until this point?
I'm saying that I don't believe one exists.
You don't believe the right penis exists for you
to make me turn.
Would you be gay for your own penis?
I do quite enjoy
Right.
my own penis. Do you mean like if they cloned?
No,
me,
not cloned you. If somebody else
had my penis,
had your penis.
No, my
would
penis
that penis
is
be enough?
It's not that glorious.
Okay.
No,
Got it.
no. I would say, and it's not even a penis thing. I look at the whole package, right? So there isn't a man pretty enough to me to make me. But if a man was pretty enough as a female, in that sense, and gender transitioned, yeah, I would totally be open for that. You know, and I could just rough it out for a few months. You know,
rough it in.
Yeah, rough it in. You know, and
rough it back and forth.
I don't think that's
roughing the asser.
That's a red flag. Roughing the asser.
Hey, that's soccer.
Yeah, football.
Oh my god. This is Trump's America. Get your shit together.
But yeah, I would. I mean, clearly, I am happily taken, and
yes, by
a female at birth.
She who hath not a penis.
Correct.
I too am happily taken with she who hath not a penis.
Right. Yeah. But I'm not. Oh, like it's not a hard against. That's what I'm saying.
Got it.
Actually, that brings up an interesting story. I was watching porn.
Oh boy.
And you know, as the older I get, the
weirder
the weirder.
The more scarred and jaded I become.
Yeah, I'm
it takes more and more.
Like that beat cop that's been working for 50 years.
I've seen some shit.
I'm 6 days away from retirement. So show me the donkeys.
You're like what's his name from Seven? You're Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
And what? I can't. This can't be my last case.
The Morgan Freeman's voice narrates my life. Anyway,
that's my whole Morgan Freeman impression.
Yeah.
Just
that's why.
When
I talk
awful.
like this, I don't do impersonations.
Yeah, I don't.
So yeah, my tastes have changed. I've never been into lesbian stuff. It's just not my thing, you know. I think a good hard cock needs to be in porn.
I think we've established your I think we've established what rises your flag.
Yes,
blows your skirt up.
I don't watch porn very often. I will say that. It's not a thing that it's generally reserved for periods of time. Like, for example, I had back surgery not too long ago. And
that's not funny. The funny part is me thinking about the month that you did nothing but lay in bed, and now I know.
Yeah, I was jerking off every day. That span of time is probably the most jerking off I've ever done. But you know, I couldn't. Mrs. Dazzle and I obviously could not do certain things, which is a shame for the both of us. But you know, it was a necessary thing.
Jesus,
and now,
smiling.
And now I'm much better, and now my back feels great. But during that period of time, there was a lot of tugging the old
pumpernickel. I don't know why I decided to call it a pumpernickel. Box and the Clown.
So, I will say that, you know, my taste. So I watch a lot of weird shit, but the one thing that I was super into for a while, now not so much, is these.
Maybe it was the medication.
Maybe. But I wasn't on the medication. It made me sick.
I'm trying to help you, but go ahead.
No, you don't need to help me. I'm fine. I'll tell the whole world. I don't give a shit. So I was into like forced hand jobs.
It was a sigh of relief. I gave as soon as you said forced, my eyes got huge, and then it's hand job. Oh God,
deep web stuff.
Jesus Christ.
I was into like just guys getting tied up and just getting jerked off. It was pretty hot. Like, you'd have to watch it.
Cool.
So, but here's where the story ties in with what we were talking about.
Ties in. But
I'm watching one. I'm like, oh god, this is great. This is good stuff. Like real.
I really hope you're
slow,
saying all of this all out loud.
Real seductive. And I'm actually at one point. Yeah. At one point, I stopped just to watch. And
when the story has you. This summer. Just when I thought I wasn't going to be tied up and jerked off again. Oh, I'm tied up and getting jerked off again.
Starring Hugh Grant. Narrated by Morgan Freeman.
Well, his penis is out and fully erect. She's really going to town. His hands tied behind his back.
Shaw Yank Redemption. Andy Dufresne. No. So it was hot. I enjoyed that jerk, and then
you just looked at your disgusting jizz-filled hand and like, no, what am I doing?
No, as most people I would think. I mean, I do it. I mean, as soon as I'm done. I turn it off, close my browser, whatever. I decided to watch like for a couple extra seconds as I'm kind of cleaning up, and it was a dude jerking off a dude.
Spoiler alert!
but I didn't know it because all you could see was the hands, and then you pan, you see this dude with like an Ellen haircut. And I was really, really confused for about 10 minutes.
I didn't know he was a man. I would have noticed those masculine hands.
He had very feminine hands. But I think that... Has that ever happened?
They weren't holding up feminine doll hands?
Oh my god.
Gently, just tiny doll hands stroking the penis?
Just like a Cabbage Patch Kid. No. Haven't you ever encountered that? Like a surprise porn?
I've encountered porn where it was a surprise to the guy that it was another guy, but it's never been a surprise to me.
So you watched a guy rail another guy?
No, not that. What I'm saying is I've encountered a situation where it's like you're in the middle, your vision is split left screen, right screen, like at the glory hole, and it's a dude on the right, and it's a chick on the left, but she swaps herself with a dude. And
so you watched a dude blow another dude?
I didn't say I watched the whole thing.
Oh, that's that where you turned it off.
That's where I'm like, oh, this is going to be a guy blowing this guy.
Okay, okay.
Next.
Okay.
Unsubscribe.
But you've never, watched a video and just,
And at the end been like, oh, that's a dude.
Right, like some chick, getting it from behind, and then they pan to the front, and she's got a dick.
No.
That's happened to me.
I can't say that.
Okay, all right. Well, I thought that happened to people.
I mean,
maybe just me.
No. Like our statistic thus far is 50% of people.
Okay, 50%.
That has happened to 50% of people.
We'll stay
the next time you have your mom and dad in the same room, one of them.
One of them.
One of the
statistics
two of
them would tell us.
Statistics support it.
So yeah, it was a weird situation. I had to double think that for a while.
Like how to feel about it?
Yeah, how to feel about it. I mean, after the fact. What are you going to do?
I could see it. I guess the bigger quandary is what would have happened if you had found out before 95% of the way through.
Right.
Would
I continue? I've already worked so hard to get to where I'm at.
I'm already here.
I'm literally at my stop.
Already here.
Like, I'm not going to get off the bus to jump on another bus. Like, my stop is coming.
I'm going to go back the other way. I'm right here.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I probably, you know what? I probably could have found out 3% in and still kept going.
Okay,
I'm pretty lazy.
I'm not sure what you had to think about afterwards.
I'm pretty lazy. Well, no, it's. I think if I'd seen it, if I'd known earlier, I'm just really lazy. I could have gotten past it. Just imagined it was a woman.
Idea the types of travesties I've jerked off to just because the video had already started.
Right. If I went through every video, to get the perfect video, I wouldn't ever get to jerk off.
I accidentally jerked off to the real Forrest Gump. I thought I clicked Forrest Hump.
Oh, man.
And that's a great segue.
Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump himself,
Indeed.
as Mr. Rogers in a upcoming biopic.
Great. They just did a biography on HBO. Or I don't know if it was HBO. No, it wasn't HBO.
No.
Somebody else did a biography about him, and I watched it, and it was really good.
It was very good.
What's funny is there's a picture right here of Forrest Gump and Mr. Rogers next to each other.
This is actually a good segue because I would like to talk about this. This might be the last thing we talk about.
Yeah, we're over 2 hours.
Yeah. I am a huge Mr. Rogers fan. I grew up watching Mr. Rogers. I believe by the time I was of age, I'm pretty sure it was in syndication at that time. I think it was off the air. Somebody on stilts upstairs?
I don't know what the fuck is going on. Somebody's playing fucking billiards on the floor.
Well, I mean...
Extreme billiards! I'm gonna knock this into the fucking living room! Where it stops, nobody knows!
I think that... And I'm not gonna say that I'm, like, the greatest, human being on the planet, but...
You are to me.
Thank you. Thank you, bro. You're welcome. I will say that I think a lot of my morals and values are things that were instilled on me from people like Mr. Rogers.
So do you think if it was Mr. Rogers jerking that guy off?
Yeah, I probably would have finished.
Sure. Gee, well, Chibi. My neighbor.
He was a fantastic piano player.
A pianist?
Yeah.
Yes, I did know he was a pianist.
I didn't know he was that good until I saw that documentary.
Yeah, I saw it too. I didn't know he was really
He wrote
a piano player.
all of that music, everything. It's unbelievable. I
saw the same documentary.
I know, but I'm reiterating it for other people who may not have seen it. What a great person.
Yeah, it's almost like at that documentary, it was almost like, what? We're so conditioned to like not be able to believe that anyone's that good of a person.
We're looking for it.
The whole documentary, I'm like,
all right, it's gonna be juicy.
He
touched a kid.
Kids.
Oh my God!
He used to tie up that black policeman and beat the shit out of him.
He was gay.
Oh, he
was something. God. Yeah, everybody's looking for that.
Yeah.
That behind the Hollywood story.
Right, and it's like I almost couldn't believe that it just didn't exist.
It's not there. It doesn't exist.
It's crazy.
He was one of the better humans.
There was like the what was it, the Triforce of Wholesomeness, and he was part of it.
Well, he's got to be.
Let me see if I can find it.
I mean, I don't know who the other two.
Bob Ross is one of the other two.
Yeah, but Bob Ross. I mean, I don't know enough about Bob Ross to know if he's got a shady history. I just know that.
And Steve Irwin, the Trinity of Wholesomeness.
So
Mr. Rogers, Steve Irwin, and Bob Ross.
Steve Irwin, he was a great guy. Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
Bob Ross, clearly, everybody loves Bob Ross, but I don't know enough about him. Yeah, I don't know about him. But yeah, Mr. Rogers, I used to watch it, and I still remember, a lot of the things. And
Boomerang, Soomerang, Toomerang.
It was one of those shows that really, touched on a lot of very serious topics. And we don't have that.
No.
We don't have that
the
now.
The closest thing we have that is, South Park.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like it has to address them in, a parody sort of way.
Adult parody.
Right. We don't have a children's show that does that sort of thing. Sesame Street is kind of catching up.
No, Sesame Street's it's there, and it's always been there. And Sesame Street has pushed a lot of socioeconomic issues, but they're buried. I don't even know when it comes on anymore. You don't.
Well,
you just
HBO actually syndicates them now.
Yeah, HBO. But but still, I think that is in and of itself out of reach.
Right.
To that's why PBS was such a perfect place, because everybody would, have access to it.
Right.
When I was growing up, we all had access to PBS. We all had access to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. We would watch it, and I think that is one of the things that we sorely lack.
Yeah.
You know, I have kids, and they're a little bit older now, and you know, I've never been one of those parents that is against electronic devices. I've actually always been pushing them and been in favor. Like, my kid had a tablet in his hand when he was 2.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but
No, I think that you can't fight it. Let it happen. Get them interested in technology now, so that in 15 years, you know, because we're in technology, we're in the technology field. If there's ever a field that I would want my children to be interested in, it would be the technology field. And I think one of the reasons I'm so interested in it now, and I was then, was because I grew up in a Nintendo heavy, you know, video games, computers. You know, I was taking apart computers when I was 12.
sure.
So I've never been. I don't think that it should be attached to them. I think there should be limitations and time limits and stuff.
Yeah, I can't deal with when I'm out at, and I don't have kids, so I don't have perspective. But when I'm out at like a restaurant and like a kid's just sitting there on a tablet or a phone, you know what I mean? Like we didn't even have the TV on during dinner when I was little. We had a TV in the room. We didn't have the TV on. It was like no, and it's not that we were like particularly engaged in meaningful family time conversation with each other. Usually it was there like a lot of yelling and swearing and you know whatever. But you know, even that we didn't have like outside entertainment at the time.
I think that's arbitrary. I think it's silly. You know, like, I mean, I get the point of view, but it's like, why? Like, why say, all right, this is dinner time, we're not gonna have TV, we're just gonna sit in silence and eat our food? It's like, fuck, why? Who cares?
Sure.
What's the? Why?
I mean, nowadays I have the TV on during dinner all the time. Like, I don't care, and I'm not saying I would go that far, but what I'm saying is like, I don't know. I think that I see a lot of, and maybe I'm only catching these little glimpses of other people's lives, but I think it's you know, if your kid needs technology in order to behave.
Oh yeah, well that's different.
Like no, I must give them this because otherwise they're gonna cry.
Yeah,
they can't sit still and they can't be quiet.
We have a mutual friend that relies heavily.
Oh right.
On things like that.
Right.
Which is fine, you know, but I agree. I don't think it should be used as a tool to get children to shut up. My kids are generally well behaved with or without the electronics. I generally don't let them leave the house with the tablet and or devices. Sometimes I do. It depends. You know, if we went out to dinner, came with you're gonna have to edit that one out. Beep. Baby Dazzle. Yeah. Whoops. I don't want anybody knowing the names of my
Teen Dazzle.
Yeah, Baby Dazzle came, and I think that he wasn't he wasn't originally planned to go. Like, I don't care if he comes with. Like, it doesn't bother me. But the original plans were he was not going to be with. And because of that, I let him go on my phone because I knew that he didn't want to be there. And I feel for him. You know, he doesn't want to be at a boring dinner with dad and dad's friends. So under that circumstance, I'm like, all right, you know, mute it, play a game, it's fine. But under, like, if I was like, okay, we're all going out to eat and blah, 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 yeah, then it's kind of rude, right, I think, to be on electronics at that point.
So it's like the other thing is, like, riding in the car and stuff, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't want to sit in the car silent, not doing anything. If I'm in the car and I'm not driving, I am driving, I'm going to be on my phone, do something. When I was little, and we used to have, like, a long drive, we would... my parents and I still read a ton, but I read a ton when I was little, and my parents would like, okay, we're gonna go on this road trip or whatever, in a day or two or the same day, we would stop somewhere and I would just pick a book and then I would read that book in the car, and I would read it both ways. So yeah, it's like I don't view it as that much of a difference of whether you're fucking around on your phone or whether you're reading a book. I think reading a book's a little more valuable. But it depends on what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, just as the old curmudgeon-y me is like, well, reading a book, you're learning something, but that doesn't mean you're not learning something, because you're on your phone. Anyway,
yeah.
I can empathize with you not wanting to just sit in the fucking car being bored all day.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to do that either.
I mean, look at how attached we are to our phones.
Speaking of which, that whole diatribe that I just said
was recorded.
Siri picked up on and fucking transcribed the whole thing. I could have sent it to my entire contacts list. We are attached to.
Is that the 4?
This is the 4.
Okay, you finally got
the
it.
Apple Watch 4. Yes.
Well, just look at how attached we are. We can't go anywhere without our phone or iWatch or iPad or like. It's gotten to the point now where, and I'm the biggest hypocrite for saying this because I do this. Everybody's got to take a picture and a video of every moment of every life thing.
Yeah, it's funny because I took a picture of us. Right before.
Well, this is kind of more of a event for us.
No, I know. But I'm the same way. Like, my wife will want to take pictures, and like everywhere we go, she wants to take a picture.
I know. I see it on Facebook.
And it's not a problem. It's not a problem with me. Like the first one, I'm like, okay, you want a picture?
A picture.
I got it.
Before we get smashed.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, but it's like, no, I don't like this one. Go back to posing where you were. I'm like, oh, I just don't want to. I just want to do the thing. I don't want to take a picture doing the thing.
Exactly. I want to do the thing.
I want to live the moment.
I want to be here for it.
She's like, well, I just want to make memories. And I get it. Like, you want to capture the moment, but I want to, like, I want to be in the moment.
Right. I mean, I went to a concert not too long ago. Mm-hmm. And everybody is just on their phone.
I never understood that.
I don't understand it. It's like, you're here.
Yeah, I never understood the recording at concerts on your phone. Like, what is wrong with you?
You're here. It's live.
Like, you can watch this.
You can watch
a better version of what you're recording already, but you're here.
It doesn't make sense. Put your phone away.
Oh my god.
And most of it is just like, oh my god, Snapchat, so everybody knows that I'm at this concert. I'm so cool and extroverted. It's like, okay. All right, we get it.
Deliberately extroverted. That'll be my new Twitter handle.
Deliberately extroverted.
I'm a deliberate extrovert.
So we're on our phones all day, every day,
Pretty
and
much.
Documenting everything. So
pretty much.
I kind of, at this point, since, I mean, it's not going to change. I've embraced it. My youngest has a cell phone. My oldest will probably get one very shortly. And, they both have tablets. They have laptops that they go on. They have PlayStation 4 that they go on. I had to draw the line with the YouTube account.
Yeah, like the creating.
Yeah, I was
stuff.
like, no, we're not going to have a young child. With the alias, the username is his first dot last name. Yeah, we're not going to play that game. I was like, you're going to get
your address is in the description.
Yeah,
what school you go to.
You're going to need to change that. But he did. He changed it. Actually, he doesn't have it anymore. But yeah, it's sad. I feel like society as a whole is just too enthralled. I'm waiting for the apocalypse. I can't wait.
I told Mrs. Razzle that when I get, and this is not really about the apocalypse, but it made me think of it. That when I get old, just stuff me in a home. Like, just put me in a box with a TV and a video game console.
Yeah,
I'm fine. Just sit in my own shit forever. I don't care. I don't ever want to see the sun again. It makes no difference to me. Just stuff me in here. She did not like that.
Just put a pillow over my face.
Yeah, eventually.
Well, I think that when the apocalypse comes and when this economy crashes around us and people start rioting and killing, and then it has a total breakdown in our communications and our electronics, and the internet becomes
Once the internet's gone, I'm just fucking shoot me.
Well, hey man, it's getting there.
Dump my body.
One day we're gonna wake up and there's gonna be a fucking U.S. government splash screen. It's just gonna be.
Did you check your TCP/IP settings?
You're gonna be logging in. You're gonna have to get a username and password from the government.
It's your your social.
Yeah. And then you're gonna log in, and everything is just gonna be like CNN News, and Facebook will be owned by the government.
Yeah, there was a meme. That's like, in 2016. Man, Amazon Prime is so convenient. Your package will be here in 2 days. It's like 2022. It's time to return to your Prime house, Prime citizen.
Yes.
In Bezos we trust.
Well, I'm okay with an Amazon world. I am not okay with a Facebook world.
No, that's a hard pass.
I'm gonna tell a real quick story, and then we're gonna wrap up. This is how I know that my phone is listening.
Oh God,
okay?
I know.
I'm gonna tell you.
Everyone has this story.
Everybody has this story, but I'm gonna tell you my personal story. I'm watching YouTube, as I like to do, and I'm watching a movie review. A guy named Jeremy Johns. He does movie reviews, game reviews, real quick, like 5-minute stuff. I generally agree with his reviews when I see movies and things, so I like to watch him, see what he thinks of stuff, and then I will go see it or formulate an opinion on whether or not I should hurry out to the theater. Predator just came out. The sequel, not so much reboot, Shane Black movie. A comedy Predator.
Oh boy.
And I'm watching his review. Didn't get very good reviews, so you all know. And I'm watching it. Okay, whatever. I go on my phone. I go on Facebook. A couple minutes later. Scrolling through, first ad I see. Replica Predator mask on sale.
Were you watching YouTube on your phone?
Nope. On my TV.
Oh boy.
I was streaming it to my television.
Oh boy.
I have never looked into purchasing a replica Predator mask. I have never looked into buying a replica any mask that I can think of. And the first ad, Predator mask. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? I was like, yeah. You win, Zucker.
Yeah, no,
like I get it.
That should happen.
Like, here we go. This is all the proof. Like, a lot of times I'm more skeptical. It's like, well, you got to read the terms of your, the app, and it's like, I get it. Like, you don't have to tell me about that.
Dude, everybody, I've done it. I can't think of a specific example, but it's happened to me where I've been talking about something, not viewing it, just talking to someone like, oh, you got one of these, huh? Oh, that's cool. How do you like it? Blah, blah, blah. And then I go on Facebook, and then there's a fucking ad for it. Like, it absolutely happens.
Yeah. I mean, I know Google goes through emails.
Sure. Google goes through emails. They it wouldn't surprise me at all if Google shared your browsing, your YouTube browsing data with Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't surprise me at all. So.
Yeah, could be. But like so instantaneously.
That's how they
like
make
it's
money,
not like
man.
it's not like I waited like 2 hours.
No, but there's a reason it's a multi-billion-dollar company.
Oh my God, it was like, Jesus, guys.
Oh, by the way, Facebook said 50 million accounts were compromised.
Yeah.
Today.
Of course.
FYI.
That's why it made me log in.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. I didn't even think of that.
Did it make you log in?
No, but is that a ploy, you think? It's
no.
Like, oh, yeah, we had 50 million accounts that got hacked. And then everybody logs in, like all these users that haven't been active in forever. Could you imagine the ad revenue of every Facebook user all logging in within the same day. Just the ads they would see just after logging. Like, I don't know. I'm sure there's something to that.
Maybe there, yeah.
Like, what if there's a shitload of inactive accounts, but people see, oh, they got hacked. I better go see if my shit's,
right.
jazzed.
Maybe. I just know that.
Bastards.
I'm
on to you, fucks.
I went on to Facebook earlier, and when I came here, and it made me log in.
Oh, they're doing it. Oh no, that means you were compromised.
Cool.
Yeah, because they're saying all the people who were affected had to re-log in.
Cool.
But everybody else.
I mean, I don't know how my account was affected. Did they say what the effect?
No, they didn't say what it was. They just said it was vulnerable or something. Let me see. It says 50 million people had been compromised in this breach. Facebook reset the access tokens of an additional 40 million. So there's 90 million people that they made re-log in.
Yeah, but now I don't know if I'm one of the people that was compromised or one of the precautionaries.
Right. Exactly. Well, have you ever gone to that website like Have I Been Pwned or something?
No. We need options. Facebook is too much a monopoly.
Oh yeah.
If we want social media to exist and to exist in a free speech America, we need options. We need MySpace or Google, whatever they have.
Oh no. I've been pwned.
I don't know what that means.
I was pwned in a bunch of... So you type in your email address in this website, and it tells you if your email address is in any public like records of stuff that's been pwned.
Ooh, put mine.
Hold on, I want to see if like this actually has my password in it. Hold on.
Oh my god, this is millions and millions of people.
I know, but I want to see if mine's in here. Hold on.
I'll do a find.
Hold
on. Yeah, we need options, guys. Like, we need somebody to come up with a new social media platform. Facebook is too powerful.
It is too powerful, and it's like it's self-policing, except it is in the same way that the Nazis were self-policing.
Yeah, I mean, it's if you could, like, I know people who have posted very politically charged, I'll say, Facebook posts. And again, I may not agree with their positions or what they're saying, but I think they have the right in a free speech America and on social media to the same rule applies. You don't like it? Don't subscribe to it. Don't read it.
Yeah.
You know? But I think people are just so against taking that initiative. They would much rather it just get banned outright. Like, I don't want to see this. I shouldn't have to see this. It's like, that's not how free speech works, folks.
Yeah.
You're all entitled to your opinion. I am entitled to listen or not read.
What's your email? Like, how does it?
First dot last birth year Gmail. I'll tell you if you're right. No, just the last two. There you go. Let's see if I've been pwned real quick.
Oh no! Pwned.
Same stuff, probably.
Same thing, and then a couple different things. KO Mo credential stuffing list.
Oh, September 2018.
Penbank. You've been pwned a lot.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
I don't really care. Take my email.
I want to see this one.
That's a big list. Oh, there I am.
Oh my god, and there it is.
Oh, that is so old.
Well, but there it is. I wonder if I'm there.
Not even close.
Nope, I'm not in this list. But that's fun.
Oh my god.
Yeah, have I been pwned.com.
All right. Well, it's for the kids at home.
Yeah.
You can check, see if you've been compromised. I might need to change your password.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're going to wrap it up. Where are we at?
Long.
2.5?
We're at a long time. I don't even. I must have. It's gone for.
Oh yeah, you stopped recording an hour ago.
Nope.
2.5. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep.
Oh, not bad. I think 2.5 is a little long, but I
2.5
think
is extremely long.
I think
we're almost certainly going to split this.
I think do you want to like record like a part 1 is over, like us, so you can add that in post.
Please flip the cassette over
Well,
for part 2.
We could.
But I know where part 1 is, because that's like when we went upstairs.
We took a break.
Yeah.
So we could do part 1 as the when we took a break.
Right.
So do you want to record something to overlay over that and say, this is part 1. We'll have part 2 later in the week or whatever, and then you could just split them up.
Okay, we could do that. Like, hold on, let me stop it, and then I'll start again, so that way I can see on here like where
it stops.
Where it like stops and starts. So like, this is part 1 here, and then this is part 2 here. So I'm gonna stop it.
Okay.
All right. This is Razzle. This is the end of episode 1 of the Razzle Dazzle show. So if you enjoyed it, if you laughed, if you cried, if you cringed, please feel free to like, subscribe, and give us a comment. So thank you. See you soon.